Did you hear the latest about Caitlin Clark? Just minutes ago, the WNBA announced her suspension after a series of intense and controversial games. This is huge news for fans and the league alike. Can you believe how quickly things escalated? And what does this mean for her future on the court?
College basketball history, there has been this 6-foot sensation that has always not only just had the confidence and leadership, but has also
Starting from her high school days, she was already turning heads with her incredible skills on the court. She played for Dowling Catholic High School in Iowa, where she consistently demonstrated her scoring prowess and basketball IQ. By graduating, she had racked up numerous accolades, including being named a McDonald's All-American and a Jordan Brand Classic participant. Her high school career set the stage for what was to come next.
The deflection leads to the steal. Caitlin Clark in transition, under control, finishing the two. She wants the Hawkeye faithful loud in her last.
Her rise to fame began when Caitlin joined the University of Iowa. As a freshman, she led the nation in scoring and quickly became known for her incredible three-point shooting and playmaking ability. Watching her play, you could see she had something special. The way she could take over a game, her confidence on the court, and her ability to make her teammates better. She wasn't just a scorer, she was a leader, guiding the Hawkeyes to significant victories and earning numerous awards. Caitlin's transition to the WNBA was eagerly anticipated by fans and analysts alike. Drafted by the Minnesota Lynx, she brought her dynamic style of play to the professional stage. In her rookie season, Caitlin continued to make headlines. She averaged impressive numbers, showcasing her ability to score from anywhere on the court, deliver pinpoint passes, and hustle on defense. It wasn't long before she became one of the league's most talked about players.
They're on the business side, on the basketball side, and it's the rise of women's sport. It's Caitlin and others, Angel Reese, that big rivalry coming out.
Her impact on the WNBA has been profound. Caitlin's aggressive gameplay and scoring ability have made her a standout star, drawing comparisons to some of the game's greats. She quickly became a fan favorite, with people tuning in just to watch her play. Her presence on the court has also boosted ticket sales and viewership, proving that she's not just a player, but a driving force for the league's popularity. Statistically, Caitlin Clark's achievements are remarkable. In her short time in the WNBA, she has already accumulated several triple-doubles, a feat that highlights her versatility. Her scoring average places her among the top players in the league, and her assist numbers show she's a team player. But it's not just the numbers, it's how she gets them. Watching Caitlin play is exciting. You never know what's going to happen next, whether it's a deep three-pointer, a no-look pass, or a clutch play in the final seconds. It all started with a series of intense games that saw Caitlin's aggressive style of play come under the microscope. Her gameplay, while thrilling and powerful, sometimes pushes the boundaries of what's acceptable on the court, and this season, it finally caught up with her. In one particular game against the Seattle Storm, things got heated. Caitlin was having one of her usual high-energy games when she got into a bit of a scuffle with Victoria Vivians. During a transition play, Caitlin committed a hard foul, which the referees immediately flagged as a technical foul. But the real drama unfolded moments later. After the initial foul call, Caitlin and Vivian exchanged some words, and before you knew it, they were in each other's faces. The refs had no choice but to hit them both with double technical fouls. This was Caitlin's third technical foul in just 9 games, a worrying trend that put her on the league's radar for disciplinary action. Hey, according to WNBA rules, a player is suspended for a game after accumulating 7 technical fouls in a season. Each additional technical beyond the 7th results in another game suspension and an $800 fine. Caitlin's accumulation of technical fouls didn't just happen in one game. It was a buildup over the early part of the season. Her aggressive play style, while effective, often led to confrontations and fouls that were deemed unnecessary by officials. The incident with Vivian wasn't the only one. Earlier in the season, Caitlin had several other run-ins with opponents and referees, each resulting in technical fouls. The game against the Minnesota Lynx was particularly noteworthy. Caitlin received another technical foul after a transition play where she was deemed to have made an unsportsmanlike move. this pattern of behavior finally forced the league's hand. When the news of her suspension broke, it was met with a mix of reactions. Some fans argued that the physicality of the WNBA has always been part of the game and that Caitlin was just playing tough competitive basketball. Others believed that her actions warranted a suspension, emphasizing the need for players to maintain a level of sportsmanship and control on the court. The media coverage was extensive, with analysts dissecting every play and foul that led to her suspension. Understanding the WNBA's disciplinary rules is crucial here. The league has strict guidelines to ensure the game is played fairly and safely. Technical fouls are given for unsportsmanlike conduct, which can include things like arguing with referees, excessive physical contact, or fighting with other players. Once a player accumulates enough of these fouls, the league steps in with suspensions to discourage further infractions and to maintain the integrity of the game. Caitlin's suspension is a big deal, not just for her, but for her team as well. Missing a key player like her can significantly impact the team's performance in upcoming games. For Caitlin, it's a moment of reflection and a challenge to adjust her gameplay to avoid future suspensions. It's clear she's a phenomenal player, but balancing that aggression with control will be crucial for her continued success in the WNBA. When news broke about Caitlin Clark's suspension, the reactions were swift and varied. Fans were quick to take to social media, with some defending Caitlin's fiery competitive spirit and others criticizing her for letting her aggression get the better of her. It's safe to say that this incident has polarized opinions. Some supporters argued that Caitlin's style is exactly what makes her so exciting to watch, and that the WNBA needs players with her intensity. On the flip side, critics felt that her repeated technical fouls were indicative of a lack of discipline and respect for the game's rules. Analysts have been all over the place with their takes. Some have pointed out that the WNBA has always been a physical league, and that Caitlin is being unfairly singled out. They argue that the league's rules might need a review to better accommodate the high-energy play that modern basketball demands. Others, however, have maintained that rules are rules, and that Caitlin's behavior, regardless of her talent, warranted the suspension. The debate has extended to sports talk shows and podcasts, with everyone from former players to sports journalists weighing in. Among Caitlin's fellow players, the reactions have also been mixed. Some of her teammates and peers have publicly supported her, emphasizing her passion and dedication to the game. They argue that the physicality of the sport is part of what makes it so competitive and engaging. Notable figures in the WNBA, including some legends of the game, have shared their views too. For instance, Lisa Leslie mentioned in an interview that while she admires Caitlin's talent, maintaining control is crucial for any player aiming for greatness. Caitlin Clark's playing style is as aggressive as it is effective. She plays with a kind of intensity that can electrify the court and intimidate opponents. Her ability to score from anywhere, combined with her fearless drive to the basket, makes her a constant threat. However, this aggressive approach has its downsides. Caitlin's fiery temperament often leads her to push the boundaries, resulting in frequent fouls and, as we've seen, disciplinary actions. Historically, the WNBA has been known for its physical play. It's a league where strength and strategy are paramount, and games often become battles of endurance and toughness. Caitlin's style fits right into this context, but it also highlights the fine line players must walk between being competitive and being reckless. The league's rules are designed to ensure that the physicality doesn't cross into unsportsmanlike conduct, and Caitlin's recent experiences underscore the importance of these regulations. When you compare Caitlin to other players known for their aggressive style, it's clear she's in the company of some of the game's best. Players like Diana Taurasi and Sylvia Fowles have also played with a high level of intensity and physicality. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.